Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. It's back to the Chequered Flag show. More drama in F1. Go through it all. I've got my bro Britt with me. How are you, mate?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Steven. How about yourself, man?
Yeah, I was doing okay until I saw today. I finally find it, and I'm saying it as it is. It's fixed. It's fixed. F1 has been fixed for Max Verstappen to win this championship. I've said it. I don't care. I've said it. This is a disgrace. It is an absolute fucking disgrace, right? That this prick, right? I don't care if I'm swearing. I'm just. You have to bear with me, but I'm gonna go off on the mad
No,
tangent
you're good. You're
Like,
good.
I've watched this guy since 2015, coming from Toro Rosso. Great start to his career. Brilliant. 2016 Brazil. I thought, yeah, this is a good talent coming through. Never had a bad word to say to the guy. But as soon as he got to 2017 and 18, he started going on moves where, like, you would never like the move that he made on Vettel in China in 2018. Vettel was never he was never going to make that turn, but yet he's trying to blame Vettel for the incident when he's nowhere near him. Well, I'm sorry, mate. And even then, Vettel didn't actually have a guy at him. He took him aside to just explain to him, because they've all been in that position where they've had that season where even Hamilton had it in 2011. No matter what he did, he'd always end up hitting someone, or he end up getting a penalty or something. So, like, they tried to advise him, but he was like, la 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 la. I'm Max Verstappen. I'll do what I want. La 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 la. Right, and now because all of a sudden he's getting this massive following, obviously because he's a Dutch. They've never had a Dutch driver this close to a championship. So the only Jos Verstappen didn't really deliver the goods, did he? So of course they're gonna go get behind him, but as soon as you see 2 million tickets that could be sold for the Dutch Grand Prix in 2020, all of a sudden he bumps Leclerc off in Austria, gets away with it. He bumps him. He out qualifies his pole position in Mexico by going past the yellow flags, and Bottas' accident where you can see him in the wall at the last turn, and yet he keeps his foot on the floor. And then his excuse is, "Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Does look like it, doesn't it? Like it's a joke. Like it's a joke. Like, he treats F1 safety like it's a joke, right? And the reason is this FIA haven't got the balls to punish this guy and actually make an example of him, because they're worried of what the backlash will be from the millions of fans that are trying to go and watch him. I've even known some fans are even sat there and gone, Max, that's out of order what you've done last weekend. Last weekend, I even saw on Twitter Max fans going, no, you're in the wrong. That's a pen. He's turned in you're going flat out 130R, and I'm gonna go show through the video again. He's broke so late that he looks like he's braking for a fifth gear corner or sixth gear corner and only downshifting 2 gears, when actually you're braking for a 90-degree fourth corner and left-hander with worn tyres, right? Or actually not worn tyres that much, because they've only just made a pit stop, so they've actually worn that much. So 1 minute it was my tyres were wearing down. Next minute I can't turn anymore because I would have spun the car. Right? What next? Did the bird distract you on the inside? Did he? Was it the seagulls that Vettel had in Canada? Did they you know what I mean? Did the Brazilian flag get in your eyesight or something? Was the sky too blue? I mean, what excuse do you want to come out with now? The guy bullshits his way through it because he knows he's guilty as sin, right? Christian Horner's sitting in the headlights it's racing. Right? But hang on, if it's Hamilton, you're getting Albon in a simulator for the whole week, trying to simulate the accident to give him the harshest penalty possible on the planet.
Of course,
even though he already had a penalty in Silverstone, which I accepted, right? Because if you saw Norris getting a penalty for running Leclerc off the road, then Hamilton in that incident, and I showed everyone, by the way, side by side, right? And the last time I had this argument with someone about it's all Lewis Hamilton's fault at Silverstone, like when he's trying to compare the two instances, he was side by side. Check the frame by frame. You'll see his front wing next to his front wing at the end of the entrance of the corner, which means he's entitled to space. Right?
Right.
And it's Max Verstappen who did this. Like, not Hamilton. Like, and what's funny, he never replied back. He's disappeared. Right? Where are you? Where are you? Like, because you can't face your driver, Max Verstappen, is a dirty driver. You can't accept he is like Senna and friggin' Schumacher in the sense is, I don't care what happens, I'm going to take you out to win the title. Right? That was, I know I've lost the battle, but if I take him out, I've won the championship, I've won the war. Because
Right.
it will be an impossible mission for Hamilton to try and make that gap up in the last 3 races.
If he gets the DNF.
If he gets a DNF, which
Yeah.
he knew Hamilton would have to back out. So he knew, and you could tell as soon as he turns in, and we're going to show for it again. So this is the still image I've got right now, right? Now, this is the entrance to the corner. Hamilton's already on the brakes, thinking he's already passed him. Like, you can see, look, 90% past him by now, right, as they've come down the straight. He's now braking ready for the corner, right? And at the point, he needs to brake because he's at full speed for a 90-degree right left-hander. Max Verstappen, though, has decided to brake like half a second later, which means he's now lost control of the speed of that car into the apex. He's not going to make the entrance of that apex for the narrowing of the corner because Hamilton's on the outside, right? He's tried to outbrake himself, thinking that he's going to take it like any other corner, but not thinking that there's a car on the outside on the circuit. Right? We go to the next image. Right? We turn in. Right? How is it Hamilton's on the outside and he's turning in more than what Max is? Like, Max has got a sharpened corner, so it means he has to take the corner even more sharply and turn in even more. But apparently you can't turn even more because you'll spin the car. Well, why can Hamilton do it and you can't? Right? Is your Red Bull become a Haas? All of a sudden.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? It's the bullshittery in what he's saying is off the scale. Like, look, and look what happens. Look, now he knows he's he's heading off circuit, so he knows he ain't coming back from that position. Look what he does. Oh, look, the steering angle's changed. I thought you couldn't turn in any more, Verstappen. That's what you said. Maybe you need to go back and check what you said or what you actually did, because you say you don't need to check it because you were in the car. That's what Michael Schumacher said when he hit Villeneuve, thinking Villeneuve hit him. When he saw the replay, he finally saw he was in the wrong. Maybe you need to do that, mate. Right? Maybe you're not such a smart ass after all. Right? You might be smart with a freaking FIA. You ain't smart with me. Right? I've watched tons of onboards and I've seen totally unstable cars. That car was stable enough to turn in as much as he wanted or as much as he needed. Simple. Right? And you could tell Hamilton has slowed to 8,000 RPM and 134 kilometers an hour trying to get out the corner. Right? And he's already trying to back out of it, right? Because Verstappen's about to take him out, right? And he's had to obviously react at the last minute because he's that close to him. He's had to react at the last minute because he's not expecting Verstappen to come anywhere near him. Like, and then one more second. Oh, look. We're now heading off to the runoff area. Why are we going that way? And look, he's already on the power, ready. Why are you on the power? Why are you on the power? You're about to go off circuit. Why are you on the power? You need to slow down. You don't need to speed up. Hamilton's slowing down because he's about to go off road. You need to stay on the circuit to make it stick. So why are you speeding up? I know why. Because you want him to go off circuit so you can keep the lead.
Right.
because otherwise, if you actually wanted to make that corner, that would not be 124 kilometers an hour. It would be about 96 trying to make the corner, and you'd be like that trying to make the corner. You had no intention of making that corner, not one bit. And I'm not accepting anything that he says, right? I'm not
I don't know how
accepting it.
anyone can. Some of anything they would say would
Well, I've
be
heard some.
audacious.
Trust me, mate. I've already seen on a watch. I've already seen a race watch along where three
Right.
people are cheering at the fact that he tried to take Hamilton out. They're actually cheering that. Like
He did, because he did not try to turn that car.
But what's worse is that, but what I'm saying, Britt, is that I've seen three people on a watch along cheering at the fact that he was about to take out Hamilton and take him off the road.
That's sad. And
That's
you're
disgusting.
supposed to be an F1 fan, and you're
if you're an
cheering on a
F1
driver
fan and
taking
if
out
you're
another
cheering
one.
that, get out of the sport.
Yeah.
Stop watching it right now, right? Because you don't understand the safety involved and what it takes to make this sport safe and how many people sacrifice themselves to make it safe, right? And we don't need fans in here celebrating on a live stream to try and keep in the lead by taking someone out. And even said it on camera, like, hopefully Hamilton will stick it in the wall. We'll be even happier.
See, that's horrible, man. You can't.
That's disgusting.
It is.
That is vile. It's vile. Like, so,
Yeah, because
but
I've
then again, to
watched
be
that
honest, Brett,
so many
be honest,
times.
Brett, I don't expect anything less from them, to be honest.
And that's sad, man. Like, that's the state of people nowadays. That just
Yeah.
for what is it? Just for the sheer shock
It's just because they don't
of
like Hamilton.
saying it.
They just don't like
But like
Hamilton.
deep down, there's no way they really believe that. They're just saying it for some shock and some attention, right?
No, they're actually not, because if you actually watched it, I mean, honestly, it's like falling asleep. Like, there's cheering and there's cheering. Like it. There's more passion in my little finger. Like, if you're that bored of watching it, don't watch it. Like, it was literally as boring as hell. Like, I'm not accepting anything this guy says. This guy has bullshitted his way out of this.
There's
quite
nothing
happily.
he can say, and they did nothing about it. They saw nothing wrong with what he did.
I can't see how Sky can sit
ridiculous.
there. And how can Sky, being a British bloody broadcaster, sit there and say that is not a pen? That's not a pen. You wouldn't do it in the 80s because there'd be a gravel trap there. And this is the thing. This is where I agree with Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly said we'd bring back gravel traps because you wouldn't see that happen.
No, because
you wouldn't.
Because Verstappen knows he's running off the road.
Yeah, he wouldn't run Hamilton off the road then because he knows he needs to carry on.
Right. And if he got stuck in the gravel.
Yeah, there's no way. Like,
he wouldn't have done that. The only reason he does is because he has the protection of no gravel.
And Damon Hill, I've met Damon Hill as well. Really nice guy, but you're a twat. Like,
you're a nice guy.
How can you sit there and not say it's not a pen when you were taken out in Adelaide in '94 for the same sort of maneuver? We all said that's cheating, so why ain't that cheating? Come on. Where's the consistency?
Well, there is consistency in protecting Max.
Yeah, protecting Max, because we don't want to upset how much money we're going to make in the Dutch Grand Prix. That's probably why.
But I don't even buy that, because they're going to sell out every Grand Prix regardless. They'll just because people will travel to go to it. What, they're going to buy tickets and not go to the race?
Well, it must be then, but I don't know what else it could be, because I get the fact you might want a different winner, but do it fairly though.
It does. I mean, I have a hard time going that far that you're going, but it all is very coincidental. Everything looks fishy. If it were a government running something, you would say, hey, that company is definitely getting kickbacks from the government.
Yeah. We all haven't got a government if this was government funded.
And
can I just make a point as well, is that if this was just a one-off incident that happened in the season,
right?
I kind of would
Maybe.
let it go. Like, yeah, I'll be angry, but I let it go. But he's been doing this all bloody season. Monza, Silverstone, Spain, Imola, right? How many times has Hamilton had to get the hell out of it before he takes him out?
I mean, there's no doubt and you'll probably think I'm being too kind or whatever, but Verstappen is definitely driving the car hard around the track everywhere he goes. And there are a lot of places where he is driving that car too hard, and he shouldn't be driving the car that hard in that area. He's a vet.
You're
He's
gonna
a
have to
vet,
drive
and
it
he
hard to beat
knows
Hamilton.
better. And yeah, that is the other thing too, but it is an excuse because the number one focus, unless I misunderstand, is safety of the men out there on the track, working and driving in and around the track. Their safety and everybody's safety out there is supposed to be the number one concern. Allowing drivers to run around the track like Max is running around the track is definitely laughing in the face of the idea that your main concern is for the safety of all the men and women out there on the track.
Yeah, he has no gift. He had no. That he showed that in Mexico in 2019. I said it there and then. Like, the only reason he was punished is because he said it in a press conference. They didn't even look at it. That's the thing. They didn't even look at it. Right?
Yeah, because whatever's going on between Red Bull and the FIA is definitely sacrificing the safety of a lot of people.
I mean, like, yeah, because like, how many times do we sit there and we see marshals not come out?
Because if
Like,
this
from an
was
incident.
any other driver and any other two drivers, just to take Hamilton out of the equation too, so we don't sound too biased here.
Yeah.
If you took any other two drivers and you ran that exact same incident, I guarantee you there was going to be a penalty awarded.
Well, Norris has got a penalty in Austria for running the car off the road.
So,
well, come on then.
if you're Red Bull, you can get away with it.
They have, yeah, because you're in a title fight and you're Max Verstappen, you can get.
And it don't matter if you put somebody's life at risk. You're still allowed to do it, and it's okay,
mate. Like someone said, someone said in the comments below, is that move was like him. It was like something I would do at a game when I'm pissed. Like, I'm pissed and I'm having a laugh. Like, that's the sort of move you'd make. Like when it's on the game, like, and it's you're
right,
jumped out of your mind. You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah, no, I get what
it's. I get the fact you don't want to back down, but as it comes to a point, it's like, why, he's faster than me. Take the 7 points and move on.
Yeah,
Prost
because if you
Prost won the title 4 times being like that.
Yeah, because if you don't make that move, let's say you'll be within 0.25 seconds of its rear bumper. If you drive hard and you lose the car and everything's clean, you're going to be around a second behind him. So making that move is not smart anyway, because you'll be further behind him than if you just went and you did the safe thing. You could come up right behind him and just ride down the track with him. You try a stupid move like that, you'll lose a lot of ground.
What's even funny? The 90, at the point he was at the point we showed there where he was braking and Hamilton wasn't. Well, Hamilton was braking, he wasn't. Right? If I did that in the game, I'd get past the driver easily, back down. And that's the AI. And that's the AI. And I usually have it quite high, by the way. I usually have it quite on an expert level.
Yeah, that's where I run it too.
So if the AI can do it, why the fuck can you not do it? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like,
right,
it's
exactly.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Like, how is it a game knows that when to back down? Like, and realize you're done, you're finished, you've been
and he
overtaken.
was past the point at which even an AI is backing down and somehow able to break and make that turn. And these I mean, I know we're talking about a game, but these games settings and you play with high
Yeah, they
settings,
get more
they
realistic
are
the day every
more and
day, don't
more
they?
realistic. It's as close as you can get to jumping into like a simulator, which would be the closest thing before you're actually jumping in the car. These games are getting really close to simulators, like right behind them. Some of them use this game instead of forking out and paying a lot more money for like a high-tech simulator. So you can put the settings to justify it, and you've ran that countless hours running on that track. You know your breaking points. He ran into that way hard. He couldn't even, let's say he even tried to turn the car. He went in there so hard he couldn't even turn it. He knows he's running off the road. And it just so happens to be that Hamilton is right beside him on the outside. Because if he was by himself, he doesn't take that turn like that.
No.
He's not running that turn that hard. The only reason he's running it, I would go as far to say if it was any other driver, he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have ran that hard into it. But it was Hamilton, so he ran that hard. The only result, is you're crashing into that guy. You know that's happening. And he did it anyway.
Yeah.
And Hamilton had the wherewithal and made the adjustments he needed to make so that turn could happen as safely as possible.
And here's the thing: it's like people like, where's that troll account that was on the other day? Maxie's the GOAT. Where is he? Where's your boy now, man? Come on. Right, we're giving it all, saying Maxie's this, Maxie's that. Yeah. Oh, you can't accept the fact he's a cheat. Oh, such a shame.
And
right?
he keeps on like proving all his haters.
But this is the thing.
Correct.
This is like, people think, oh, it's just because you don't want to see Hamilton lose a title. Of course, I don't want to see Hamilton lose a title, but like, there's a way of losing it. Like, if the thing with Vettel and the Hamilton battle in 2017 and 18, as much as I wanted Hamilton to win, if he didn't win, I'm not going to go mad over it, because Vettel's had a decent, hard, fair fight.
Right, and you wouldn't call Vettel shit and a trash driver and just attack Vettel.
He wouldn't try to. Ferrari didn't try to drag Hamilton's name through the mud. They tried to do this. They tried to do that, and they had a clean, good fight. And in the end, the better driver won. Simple, right?
Yeah, and
that's called racing respect.
Yeah, here all the hate being thrown at Verstappen, it's just not hate. Because he proves it correct week in and week out. Everything people are saying about him, and then people defend Verstappen by saying, no, you're just hating on the guy. And then the following week, Verstappen will go off and do that thing that you're hating on him for. He'll go out and prove you right. So it's not hate, it's facts. It's not hate, man.
It's facts.
It's facts. He's a very
how has he done it before? He's done it like that move in Monza. I took a picture of on my screenshot on my phone a while back. I don't know if I can get it on Twitter, actually. I think I'll put it on Twitter at some point. But I did a picture on it way back. Like, and I think I'll put it up on Twitter, but I'll see if I can bring it up. But it was a picture of the move that he made, but he made it in 2017. And he made it on Massa in 2017. Like, going around the outside into that first corner, right? Obviously, Massa gave him no room, right? As he would do to everyone else. And he jumped across the curbs. He didn't back out of it. He jumped across the curbs and hit him, which took him out of the race, right? So he's done it before.
And he's going to do it again.
This is the thing, because he knows he doesn't get punished.
He won't.
He doesn't get punished because that penalty he got in Monza, did he actually get punished? No, he got an engine penalty. So he didn't get punished then, did he? Like, that should have been, yeah, you get an engine penalty, but the next race you get a free place penalty for that incident. You're getting penalised.
He got off scot-free, and they made it look like they penalized him.
Yeah,
when they really didn't.
I'm sorry, it's a load of rubbish.
Yeah,
like, absolute load of rubbish, and I literally can't seem to like stand it anymore.
Right, you want to sit there and enjoy the race, but you got this knucklehead driving all over the course, even on a straightaway. You're going to like, bro, like, what are you doing? You just have no regard, no respect. Like, what are you doing, man? I just think he feels the heat and he's cracking. He's been cracking for a long time because he hasn't held up to what he was destined to become, and he has cracked under his failure.
He's still got the chance. This is the thing. He's still got the chance to
but
do
he is
that.
throwing it away by cracking and driving like this. Because one DNF won't do anything, but if Verstappen's not careful, he does his crap wrong. If he could DNF all the remaining races, he drives like that. Like, he could finish in first, or he could DNF. I mean, lucky for him, he's a good enough driver. He can push the car to its limit and make it around the track through traffic. So, no disrespect into his driving capability. And he can't make that turn. That tells you he went in to that turn way too fast. He is a very, very good driver, so he knows not even to attempt that, and he did it anyway. Like, he's lucky this incident ended the way it did, because this could have been bad on another track in another corner.
But this is the thing, Britt. If Hamilton had hit him, they would have had to bring that footage up straight away. On a safety aspect, they'd have to bring it up straight away. If Hamilton hit him, I would tell you now, that would be a pen. It's like saying it's a foul outside the box, but it's not a penalty inside the box. It's like saying it's handball outside the box, but it's not handball when it's in the penalty area.
Right.
Right. What? Come on.
Yeah, it's a very, very it's a very horrible incident, and there wasn't even a wreck, but this incident is so horrible that because it comes into question the integrity of the governing body of Formula One. What are their true objectives? What are the things they're really looking at?
And this whole season, and do you know why? I'll never accept it if he wins it this season. Right? The reason I won't accept it, right? Even if like before this incident, I wouldn't even accepted it now, right? Because the amount of shit that Hamilton's had to go through, right? Because of their actions, right? The British Grand Prix, the Hungarian Grand Prix, what happened after that? Oh yeah, racism. That's what Hamilton's had to part with, along with long COVID, right? Of underperforming Mercedes, right? Just to stay in a title race. He's had to part with that as well, right? While Red Bull quite happily slip his name in the mud and get pricks on media the excuse, right, to call him every name under the sun and every racist name under the sun, right? And then go, oh, it's nothing personal. Why don't you come out and apologise? Yeah? Why don't you apologise and say we were wrong? Right? He's a clean driver. He's a fair driver. Right? He's one of the cleanest on the grid. Why don't you come out and say that? Right? You didn't really, did you? You didn't really hear anything about it, did you? Didn't? I don't think I really heard anything about Red Bull coming out with a statement on that, did they? They all went quiet.
I don't believe so.
They all went quiet. Right? Because
and they should. If I were them, I wouldn't be opening my mouth.
No, because what happened was I think I remember retweeting every single thing that came out of that. Like, and it really, really did I like, and it's man, I'm fuming. I'm just
right?
fuming with it,
And it's
man.
taken away from a race that Hamilton ran a beautiful race.
Beautiful race. He went past
It was,
25 goddamn people.
dude, it was beautiful watching him run around that track, get everything going. That's what we should be talking about.
That
But
do you think that was more than the
Verstappen,
engine? Just take that away from this now. Do you think that's
yeah,
more than just the engine? Do you think Hamilton and Mercedes, and also Valtteri, because Valtteri was fast as well? So that's why I say it's not just the frigging it's not just Mercedes. It's not just Hamilton and his car
but here's the
with the
thing,
power unit, because that Valtteri was fast as well. And by the way, we
right?
talk about Hamilton. Big up for him wearing a rainbow flag during the Qatar Grand Prix, right? To like promote the human rights and everything,
Yeah.
whilst going to. But yeah,
No,
but Hamilton's a really bad person apparently. But
and anytime it's not just Hamilton, it's not just the engine, but giving upgraded package to Hamilton is a little different than just giving an upgraded package to another driver. Like
I don't think they've done it though. I think they've just found a sweet spot. I
he is
think.
a
You think they
driver
just
on
they
another
haven't
level.
they haven't because as far as they know, as far as we know, they haven't upgraded the car since Silverstone. So what they've apparently been doing
Maybe
is
it's
just trying to
finding
find
the
trying
sweet
to find
spot.
this the spot that they did in 2018. They remember them describing the car as a bit of a diva, like it was that it had to be in the right condition to get it working.
Right.
Do you feel Mercedes? Don't forget now, we might have a Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, we might have a Qatar Grand Prix, we might have a Dhabi Grand Prix. Here's the trick: they are all in the evening. They're all in cooler conditions. Cooler
Right.
conditions so far this season have really benefited Mercedes a lot compared to Red Bull. Red Bull love their hot conditions. They know Mercedes can't touch them. So,
Right.
do you feel that as well, with also the circuits being more power based, which suits the Mercedes, probably apart from the tricky section in Abu Dhabi, do you feel like that now really kind of agree what Martin Bundle said, which is I put my money on Lewis Hamilton at the
I
minute?
Yeah, because I mean, you give something new to any driver, there's going to be an uptick. That is for sure. So
Mm.
the engineers, the guys working on fabrication, those are the top levels in their field, and they did a better job than anybody else could have building that car and building the engine and building the parts. Lewis Hamilton can make any car its top level. He can push it and he can make that car perform
He only
better
wins in fast cars, apparently.
because he can make that car go that fast, because he can drive the car going that fast, where a lot of drivers couldn't drive that car going that fast. They could drive that car better than any other car they've ever sat in before, but they wouldn't be able to drive that car as good as Hamilton.
Mm.
And
Absolutely.
so don't want to take anything away from his ability, just because that's what people have said. Oh, he's given the best product. Okay, yeah, but he's making that car better than anybody else could make that car. So there is still levels above Hamilton, or levels Hamilton is above other drivers, because I guarantee you put them in
Mm.
that car, they won't be able to make it do what Hamilton can do. And he ran a great race today. Clean, avoided a knucklehead to save the day, and then run away with it. I mean, it was a good lead. I mean, they separated, like Perez couldn't keep up either with Bottas at all. So it's only Verstappen's Red Bull really that's on the level with the Mercedes cars.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it now, and like I'll give them that. Red Bull, they did actually put a statement out
Okay.
following the incident, right? So I do take that back, but like it doesn't help. Like the next race, they were still doing it after qualifying, and still booing him because you're trying to carry it on. You put out a statement like that, like, and then like you go on and try and just throw his name in the mud, right, and
Right.
make him sound like that he's a dirty driver.
And
Well,
you don't tell your driver to cut it out.
if he's being a dirty driver, then, and you're trying to make sure and trying to say he's like a dirty driver, and he's trying to like it's more like a blatant move by Hamilton, right? That's given more fuel to the fire. It's more fuel to the fire. So I'm like Red Bull. I feel like that Reverend John, like I hope he comes on. So we're trying to get him on, but like he said it on Twitter over Twitter. Like he can't stand what's gone on this weekend. Like, and this is the thing. Like you've got Red Bull fans that can't accept what they're doing, like and what they've done. So like, who's in the wrong then?
Right.
Like, come on. Like, I'm not saying this for fun. Like, it's just this. It's not just the fact that I just don't hate Max. It's not just because I hate Max. It's because I can't stand someone who's got a total disrespect for the rules and total disrespect for safety.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. In
And
my
so does
time,
the
I've
FIA by
seen
not doing anything about
no.
it.
That's the thing, and the FIA should be they're a disgrace.
Yep.
They've got no bollocks. They haven't got the bollocks to punish him. Right? How is that not significant enough? That steering angle is not consistent enough or significant enough to take it forward as a review or a right to appeal. How is it? How?
Right.
Someone explain it to me. How is it not? Stop coming up with stupid statements and explain how is it not. Right? Because I'm telling you, I probably got that car turned in a little bit more than he could. It's not that hard. Like,
yeah, and if it couldn't, it's because he drove it in too hard. And if he drove it in too hard, he knew he was driving it in too hard.
Mate, I could have been attached to my frigging Albion pump and I've still been able to turn the car faster than him. Like, that's how much he turned the car. He didn't turn the car at all.
No, he made very little attempt, if any, to turn that car.
I mean, I'll show you.
He ran them off the road.
Like, so for people that don't understand, look at the angle of the tires, right?
He's following that skid mark that's already there.
You see the skid mark there? It's not, the tires are not turned in enough to be able to get into an apex. Look, that he's now in the middle of the apex and he's missed the apex. So now he should.
And he made a stupid move inside, so he should be down closer to that line.
He should be so closer to that line. Everyone was moaning
at
Hamilton.
Look how he pops off.
Hamilton. Everyone was moaning at Hamilton at Silverstone. Like, and I'm gonna come out of this one. I'm gonna try and find Silverstone. Well, actually, no. I'm trying to find what I said on Twitter the other day. I'm trying to say on Twitter the other day. Trying to say on Twitter the other day because someone was going on about it, like, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Oh yeah, this one. Let me. One quote tweet. Yeah, dirty antics. This is the guy I had a guy at, like he was trying to call me out saying like how Max is a dirty driver. Like he hasn't come back since, to be honest.
Well, because he hears everybody saying it too, so it can't. If everybody's saying it, and you think people are just hating,
I don't care. I'm gonna show his fucking Twitter. I'm gonna show his fucking Twitter. Let's see what he's had to say. I'll show you what he's had to say. No, not this one actually. Sorry, my bad. I'll get rid of that one. My bad. That's not Twitter. Let's have a look. Twitter. Right, and this is what I tried to say to him. Right. Hamilton is one of the most cleanest drivers on the grid, as records show. He was side by side with Max at Silverstone, and it was Max who turned in even more sharply. 50-50 blame. So I didn't even say it's all Max's fault. I said 50-50. Right? To be honest, it could have been more Hamilton's fault if you wanted to. Um, he calls himself a big Chelsea fan and F1 fan, but really, he obviously doesn't know too much about how to race in Formula One. Clearly, breaking that late, knowing if Lewis turns in, you'll take him out of the GP, helping your title chances. Right, not the first time he's tried this trick this season. Monza, he knew he lost the battle with Lewis from the pit stops, yet he still wouldn't back down. So he hit Lewis, knowing that he'll stay ahead in the title race. Without the halo, he would have killed Lewis Hamilton and didn't even check if he was okay. Like he said, side by side, no, he was behind quite a decent bit. Like, no, he didn't need to check. He didn't need to check. Why? Has he got mirrors in his car? He's got a mirror underneath his car that you can see down of, you frigging idiot. Like I said, yeah, right, he checked it frame by frame. He was alongside Matt. How the hell can he know if Lewis is okay, right, from being in the car on the radio and not asking if he's okay? Which is the first thing Hamilton would do, right? That move today shows Max is willing to take both of them out of the title, just like Schumacher and Senna, right? And I'll put one more reply. And look, the pièce de résistance. The pièce de résistance. And this is why I say it's 50-50, right? Because people saying Hamilton needed to be tighter to the apex. To be honest, to be able to make the corner, he couldn't get any more tighter. If he got more tighter, he would have gone even further into him, to be honest.
Right, yeah. He wouldn't have been able to turn it all.
No, he wouldn't be able to turn the car at all. So, like, look frame by frame. By the time the entrance to the corner, he is side by side with Max. A driver is that far alongside is entitled to space for the corner, space that was cut by Max as Max changed his steering angle mid corner, as shown in these pics.
Max turned down into him.
Boom.
And here Max didn't turn it all and tried to run him off.
Spent the whole 2 weeks trying to blame Hamilton, right, and put his name through the mud for the whole 2 weeks. All the people on Twitter, because they don't watch F1, right, they just jump on the next thing that floats, right, have gone, yeah, Hamilton's a dirty driver, he's this, he's that, he's all the other.
And here your driver's being the dirty one.
He's still saying it now, and then now you just throw that picture there, throws him completely off. And he hasn't replied since.
Well, he has nothing to reply to. Like, what he had nothing he can say to that.
He can have his opinion as much as he wants, but his opinion.
You can't stare at evidence and say no.
The evidence says your opinion is wrong.
Yeah.
Simple. Right. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a Lewis Hamilton fanboy. I can't blame Lewis. I can blame Lewis for everything. When he actually hit him, when I first saw the incident live on TV before any replay, I thought, Lewis, what have you done? What have you done? Like, you put him in a wall. Lewis, what have you done? Like, so I actually did, like, here we go. I don't need to go to dinner with Toto or kiss him like that. There's a few, but from my perspective, honestly, is this like kindergarten? Is this kindergarten now? Honestly, like, listen to this. Like, listen to this. Like, hang on, I'm gonna come out of that one. So I'm on the one Twitter one. That's why. I'm just gonna look at the home Twitter. Listen to this. His relationship with Toto Wolff. I don't need to go to dinner with Toto or kiss his ass or anything like that. There's a few other team principals that might, but from my perspective, it's got. Are you honestly 5 years old? Are you honestly in primary school? You spoiled little brat. Karen Horner, you are a knob. You are a knob of the highest order. Well, at least unlike that channel I was talking about earlier, I actually know who the team principal of Red Bull is, right? I actually know who the owner of the actual Red Bull team is, right? And he could barely see out of one eye to actually see if it's actually Hamilton's fault or Max's fault, right? So, what his opinion about the actual incident at Silverstone, I didn't really pay attention to. See, he
Right.
has never probably read a helmet marker. I don't even think he's raced in Formula One ever or any sort of motorsport, right? He's just there because, oh no, he did race once upon a time, but like you're quite easily to come out and say he's a horrible driver. Then when they 2 weeks later, when they threw it the review back in your face, you went, "Oh, he's not that bad."
Right.
Well, you've been saying all week he's that bad. But there you go. Like, anyway, in terms of Ferrari, I know you're a Ferrari fan. We're gonna move on a little bit here. Like that was a really good weekend for you guys, man.
Hey, man, the change has worked beautifully because we've been running better the past few weeks, or not past few weeks, the
Since
past few
McLaren got that
races.
1-2, it's been like since McLaren got that 1-2 in Monza, and then obviously Russia, they really sort of dropped off the pace.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still off of Red Bull and Mercedes. We're a long ways off, but I
Yeah, I
think
think it's more power, to be honest.
we're better. It's going to look like we're a bit further ahead of McLaren than we really are. But they just had a bad race weekend, man. So that helped us, let that gap get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so if I'm going to bring up the constructors' standings as they speak, I will bring up the drivers' standings as well, but I'll bring up the constructors' standings. So as we stand, Mercedes are 520. They're 11 points ahead of Red Bull. I think if Mercedes have got that title, to be honest, I think they'll wrap that up because they look stronger. The two drivers look stronger than Max Verstappen and Perez does.
Yeah, agree.
Because Perez is just in qualifying, he's always struggling to get in the full spot, let alone and ahead of the Ferraris and McLarens. So I just feel that like he's always going to be hampered because it's a Max car. It's not a team car.
Right.
Mercedes is more a team car, or it's built to suit both drivers, or they have similar drivers with similar driving styles. Just one's significantly faster than the other. Next year it's going to be different. I don't know how it's going to work, but it could. By the look of it, it could work, but you don't know. I'm not going to be miserable if Russell beats Hamilton. I'm going to be pleased because I'm a Brit. Like, I don't mind if either one of them wins. I'm more going to obviously celebrate if Hamilton wins
Right.
because I'm a Hamilton fan from day one, and I will be until the end of his career, and then I'll probably follow Russell afterwards. But like, I'll still cheer, and that's why, like with Lando, when he went off, I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, I wanted him to finish second in the race, not like what happened to him. If he
Right.
did win the race, I wouldn't have minded too much, but obviously I wanted Hamilton to win to get the 7 points, which he
Correct.
needed in the end. So, but Ferrari, like I said, 287, McLaren now 287.5, McLaren 256. So they're now down to what 31 points now in the championship with 3 races to go. I think that's Ferrari in third place, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's pretty
especially
much nailed on now.
yeah, especially running consistently both cars. It's nice seeing both cars run good races and like right there with each other for most of the race and navigating the track together as a team, which is something we really had been lost because they've always been separated by like a couple cars, and things work better
How the
when you can run.
FIA supporting Red Bull?
Yeah,
I don't know, mate. Because
it
probably because they
looks like it.
buy them an energy drink for the Grand Prix. I tell you what, that other channel that likes to celebrate taking people off the road because it's apparently Hamilton, they don't like him, so they rather stick him in a wall. Right? They need a fucking energy drink. The way they bloody commentate, like I was fucking falling asleep. Like, honestly, I've seen more passion on my little finger. Like,
dude, right?
at
Yeah.
least, like, if you come and do my watch along, like, I'm literally like raging or jumping up and down or something like that, like, or giving some sort of lively commentary, like, not like, yeah, no, he's coming up to Verstappen. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. Maybe I'm having scones for dinner. I don't know. Like, that's like stick to the topic. But there you go. Come on, Lewis. Gasly, man, is so good. Yeah, Ferrari doing well so far. Ferrari, I think they've got that right. Doing well so far. They've pretty much done well all season, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame they stuck it in a wall in Monaco. But there you go.
Right. I don't think it means a whole lot. I still think Red Bull and Mercedes were going to be clear. But
no, I just meant like it would have been nice to see
no,
win
right.
that Grand Prix, like, because especially you would have denied Verstappen winning it as well, so didn't help. Yes, and obviously the Drivers' Championship as it stands, right? It's now, what is it? It's 14 points in the championship, so it should have been 11 points because there should have been a 5-second penalty.
Should have been,
or at least a grid penalty, either one or all. But no, it's because it's Max Verstappen, he gets away with it.
Yep.
Like, we might as well call it FIA Max. The FIA Max 2021 F1 World Championship. The 2021 FIA Max Verstappen World Championship. All the rules going Verstappen's way apart, and everyone else get lost. That's what we call it. Like,
definitely,
right, mate. Your driver is a fucking cheat, right? Your driver says, I can't turn in mid corner. Like,
means they're going too hard into the turn, and you know it.
Like, if you honestly, I'm actually gonna bring this. I'm sorry,
but that's not what happened. He made no attempt to turn that car.
If you think that is an attempt to turn into turn 4, you know fuck all.
Yeah,
you literally know fuck all. Because if I did that on the game, I'd be on off to that fucking barrier, mate. Like, it's not possible. You can't he's missed the apex. He should be turning further in. Like, and your boy said he can't turn in even more. He'd spin the car. Okay.
He didn't even.
Why is he turning more there?
Look how late.
Why is he turning? Why is he now turning the full 90 degrees he needs to when he's coming up to the runoff area? Why is he doing it at the entrance to the corner like he's supposed to do? Oh, yeah. So he knows Max Verstappen. He knows Hamilton's on the outside. He knows he's either going to take him out or he's going to run him off the road and keep the lead. He's probably thinking, please do it me. I'll keep the championship lead. And I'll pretty much win the championship. Like, and he said he couldn't turn in anymore. So why is he turning even more, mate? Come on. Your boy is a bullshitting liar, right? And he is a cheat. He is a fixed cheat, right? And you've got the FIA backing him up over it. So the FIA got no balls, right? And I ain't got at least I've got the balls to bloody say so. Like, Senna would have done the same. Max is clear as Senna. Get fucked. You can't say that. You can't possibly say that, right? This guy hasn't even blown his bloody nose yet compared to what Senna's done. This guy hasn't even blown his bloody nose yet. He hasn't even blown his nose compared to some drivers in F1. Fernando Alonso's done more than he's done, right? Kimi Raikkonen has probably done more. Let me bring it up. I'm going to bring it up. List of F1 wins. We can't do list. I was going to do list of world champions, but I can't do that. Max is not included in it.
Right.
of F1 drivers. Oh, yeah, F1. He might be F1 drivers. We'll go winners because he has actually won some Grand Prix legitimately. Like some have been legitimate. Yeah, so yeah, that Max Verstappen 17th. Oh yeah, so look, Mika Häkkinen's won one more. Kimi Räikkönen's done more. Damon Hill's done more. Rosberg's done more. PK's done more. Fangio, the Godfather himself, has done more. Are you saying he's better than Fangio? Are you possibly saying he's better than Fangio? How? Right, I'm going to give it to you in simple terms because obviously you're not that bright, clearly. It's clearly not that bright. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look. Hamilton is, oh, look, up here. Look, he's up here. Right, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. It's not even the top 10. He doesn't make the third qualifying session. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, it doesn't even get to Q2. He's 16th. He's 17th. He's 17th. He's not even in Q2. He's not even in Q2 in terms of wins. Mika Häkkinen has got above him. Kimi Räikkönen has got above him into Q2.
I take Kimi over
and people
Max.
Like to say Verstappen's the best ever. Do me a favor.
I'll say Kimi's better than Max. I'll say it.
Turn it in, man. And turn it in. Kimi has got the radio, man. He's got the radio and more wins. Like Kimi Räikkönen, Damon Dill, like Dill, done better than him. Like, and he had to have a 96 car that was way ahead of everyone else. Like Nico Rosberg, done better than him, and he had to take Hamilton out in Austria. Maybe Max learnt a thing or two. Don't forget, Max also did it to Leclerc in 2019, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got track record.
A very, very long track record,
has
man.
Hamilton ever done it? Oh, no. My case exactly. So, Nelson PK. Yeah, Nelson PK. You can't say he's better than Fangio. No. Like, Fangio's like the Godfather. Senna is much better than Max. Of course he is.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's a troll, mate. The guy's a troll. He actually knows absolutely fuck all. Like, if you are going to sit there and say that he's better than everyone, including Senna and Schumacher, you're a troll. You honestly are a troll, and you know fuck all.
Man, I wish I had a lot of free time on my hands that I could just pop on the videos and troll them for this because I'm bored and have nothing else to do.
Know, and this is one is just like, why do you go and do it? Like, if you don't like me being a Hamilton fan, why do you come and do it? You're making me money for the charity. And if you don't like me because I'm a Hamilton fan, why are you coming here? But I do appreciate it because you raise money for charity. You're not raising money for me, but you know what I mean? Like, why? Like, if you honestly don't like us because I'm a Hamilton fan, why do you come out and help us raise money for a charity then? You know what I mean? It's stupid. Like,
but thanks for helping raise money for charity.
Yeah, but thank you anyway. But Mansell's better. Like, Mansell with the moustache. Like, I bet Max Verstappen can't even do a moustache better than him. Fernando Alonso, better eyebrows. Ayrton Senna's done 41 Grand Prix. Max has not even hit double the amount of that. He's not even hit halfway yet. So pipe down. Like, he's not, and he's got to win 3 titles first anyway, isn't he? Yeah. Alain Prost, that's another one. But I would like to say Ayrton Senna's done better than Prost, to be honest, when you say.
Yeah.
Like, I always put Senna above Prost. Prost won that 1989 in deliberate style. Bit like what Max did last weekend, really. Like, I'm gonna run him off the road. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then lean on the FIA and blame it all on Lewis. Bit like Max at Silverstone, isn't it? Where have I seen that before?
Everything repeats itself, man.
Yeah,
Nobody learns
Max.
anything.
So now what we've got now, like Prost had Balestra in the FIA to lean on to have a go at Senna for using his skate road when it was Prost that took him out in the first place. He was nowhere in the corner. Now we've got Max taking out Lewis in Monza, taking him out in Brazil, or nearly doing the same thing, right? And then going to the FIA saying, I couldn't turn anymore. I would have spun the car. I don't know how to drive it.
You did turn. You turned way too late.
Yeah, you turned in even more too late, you lying piece of shit.
Like, because you saw all the skid marks.
I'm sorry,
even the skid marks are
how's
turned
the FIA
in.
read all this in the papers and still come out with this? It's not significant.
Yeah,
because you're clearly sitting there saying, like, if you're sitting there and say,
he should have been in the brake turning and making more skid marks on the track, and he wasn't even braking yet. He wasn't even. He wasn't even turning yet.
This makes no sense.
It's not a good look for him.
No, it doesn't look good for the FIA.
I don't know how the FIA aren't doing anything. They're a
to this
joke.
crap that's come out in the papers, and they said it's not good enough, and they said it's not significant enough. Are you on the mad one? What have they been smoking this weekend? Like, I'll tell you what, the Brazilians been smoking some of that Colombian marching powder. I'll tell you that. Like, that's what they've been doing. Like, that's what they've been doing. They must have been sniffing something. Honestly. How is it not? I don't know. I give in. I give in. Like, maybe I need to see something. Like,
she did. I read that. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
Oh, do me a favor. Go boil your head in an oven. Go boil that opinion in the oven, please. Do me a favor. Bottas is better than... That's not even worth reading, is it?
Look, no, it's really not.
Lewis is better than Mazepin. Yeah. Yeah. I am... Luca, I'm finishing up, then I will come on, right? Stop. A, stop fucking messaging me. B, stop putting fucking links in my chat. Right? I said I'm coming in at 7 o'clock. I'll be there. All right? Someone salty said, no, mate. You need to go out and actually learn what fucking F1 is, mate. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? Get your head out of Max Verstappen's ass. Right? He probably his fucking secret girlfriend or something. You know what I mean? Like, some of these people, they're so far up his ass, it's unreal. You can't sit there and say he's better than Lewis or Fernando or Schumacher. Even if he wins the title, he cannot say it because he's not won 7 F1 championships. He's not won 100 Grand Prix. He's not won 100 podiums. He's not 100 freaking pole positions. And until he's done all that, you cannot say it. Simple.
Very simple.
Simple as that. Right? And I actually think, like, next season, cleanest job.
Yeah. This guy's definitely...
You're a troll.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody didn't think yet,
that's why I said you know absolutely fuck all. Fuck all. Right?
That's ridiculous.
That's like me saying I'm not a dirty driver, but I'm gonna run you off into the barriers, like off the roundabout. I'm gonna cut into on you on the roundabout, but I'm not a dirty driver.
Horrible, dude.
It's not worth my time, is it? You can keep messaging now, but I'm not gonna read your messages, mate. Cause you talk bollocks.
Yeah.
Until you start talking some sense, like, and actually come up with some actually good opinions, I'm not actually gonna read it because it's just not worth my time. It's not. So, but anyway, like, this Grand Prix quickly Qatar, because I've got about 5 minutes. What do you think about Qatar? This coming.
I think it should be very, very interesting.
I'll just bear this in mind. sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've just got to, I've just got to address something very fucking clearly. Very, 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 very clearly. Right? And very, very clearly. Right? Right? To this mug who doesn't know what the rules of engaging in F1 are. Right? Lewis did not try and kill him. Right? It was Max who tried to kill him in frigging Monza. Right? By taking his fucking head off. Right? Which he would have done without the halo. Right? If we didn't have the halo for Max there, he would have been fine anyway. But I'm going to show you one little picture and it's going to kill your complete argument every single time. Because you check it frame by frame, he had every right to fucking be there. Look, he is side by side going into cops. That means he is entitled to a car width of space. Max did what he did like in Brazil, which is turning and then turning even more and cutting Hamilton's path. So whose fault is it? Oh yeah, Max, right? Because he's decided I'm going to turn in mid-corner and turn in even more and cut across Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to now back out of it and trying to get out of it because he's not going to back down and you're not going to back down. Well, Hamilton's not going to back down this time, mate. Like, he's going to give it exactly how Verstappen been giving it all season. And Verstappen didn't like it that he gave it back. Oh, what are you going to do? Go home and cry? He's side by side. If you're side by side going into a corner, you're entitled to a car which is space. Right? And Max Verstappen gave him no space. Simple.
He cut into Hamilton's space.
Cut into him.
That's how I saw it too.
Yeah, mate. But anyway, we're gonna wrap. Yeah, Qatar looks interesting, man. It looks interesting, but it looks more like Mercedes' advantage, to be honest.
I would say so.
Yeah,
I think they're both going to be fast, but the difference will be a lot tighter than it would be if the conditions were going to be any different.
What are you going to be? What do you say you're going to be a top three?
Probably the same as we saw this past weekend. I don't think I would change the top three. I don't think I'd play with the order. Maybe a 1-2 Mercedes, but just so you have just for a hard line call.
I know one.
I'll go Verstappen to break up. Verstappen will probably be 2.
Nah, I know what's gonna happen. Like, because we now know you're allowed to do that. Oh no, right, hang on, because it's only Verstappen's allowed to do it, isn't he?
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna see if this theory actually works. Like, why don't Hamilton just do what the Max Verstappen did and just force him off the road? And if he hits him, he hits him. Like, force him off the road at turn 1, right, and see if he backs down and just run them both off the road.
But Max won't, because Max will be.
No, just do it. Just fucking do it. Like,
no, I know, but Max will be fine with Lewis taking him out. He won't care because Lewis will be taken out of the race too, and Verstappen knows that holds in his favor. So Verstappen still will not give way. The only reason that wasn't a wreck is because Hamilton moved out of the way. Yeah. He saw Max, ran into that turn way too hard. It probably threw him off that Max didn't even turn the car till he was almost halfway out through
Hamilton has stayed humble throughout this is unreal.
Yeah, and Hamilton avoided that wreck.
How he's managed to stay focused on his driving.
Verstappen wasn't going to. Yeah, Max won't avoid that wreck. And if the roles were reversed and now it's Hamilton on the inside doing it, that would have been a wreck because Verstappen wouldn't have made the movement that Hamilton made to avoid the collision.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm going to go for 1-2 Hamilton Bottas. All right, Verstappen ends up back 10th.
I could see it, but Bottas did run a good race. He's Hamilton's going to help him follow.
Right.
Oh, brother and John.
Brother and John. Right.
Big up, man.
like, if you like, look at the messages in the chat and tell this guy to just do one. Like, you know, just give us quickly, just explain how you feeling as a Red Bull fan about this bullshit that's come out. Like, your boy Matt saying that he never turned into the call, he couldn't turn into corners, he would have spun the car when he turned in even sharply in it. Right, if you see the footage, like it's complete utter crap. Like, it's just lies, and even more lies to get him out of trouble. But yeah, for me, mate, it's fixed. But like, tomorrow we're doing qualifying and we're live. We're live tomorrow too for the qualifying. So John, you better be there. Right, you owe me one now. So, so yeah, yeah. Great to have you on, Brett, as always.
Hey man, it was great to come on, see you again, chat with you a little bit. Been a while, so this was really nice, man. Enjoyed it.
There you go. Look at that. I'm a Red Bull fan, not if I just. I know, man. I know. There you go. Yeah, man. Definitely get you on again. Like, soon. Like, if you're free for the watch along in the weekend, just let us know, and we'll get you on, man. Right
on,
it's
bud.
fun.
Yeah, dude. I always enjoy it.
Wicked. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button now. I've got to jump onto this Lucas life. So until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon. Fuck you, Max.
Yeah.